Hey there, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma and I write romance. I'm based in the UK, and today I am going to be answering some very important questions for the author tag. When this video is up, I will make sure that I make a playlist with lots of other writers' versions of this tag as well, so that if you just kind of want to binge and get the answers to all these incredibly important questions from all of your favorite authors, that's an easy way to do it. So we've got 10 questions. Let's start with question number 1 because we're traditional like that and I'll get confused if I kind of mix them up. Question number 1 is, where's your favorite place to write? I do quite like quiet when I write, although it depends on the type of writing I'm doing. I can write in a coffee shop if it is kind of drafting, but if I'm doing editing, then I can't. But what generally hits the spot is there's a corner of one of the sofas in our sitting room, and I've got a good cushion behind. I've got, a blanket, a cup of tea, maybe a candle going if I'm feeling fancy, and that is just perfect comfort level. Yeah, much better than sitting at a boring old table, I think, or at least that's what works for me. I know that some people like to have their own kind of office and be very serious like that, but no, I'm definitely a writing on the sofa kind of author. Question number 2, and this is the question: coffee or tea? Yeah. Okay, so I love them both. I love them both in different ways. If I could only have one, it would be tea, purely because I drink a lot more tea. So I typically have one caffeinated coffee at around 11 o'clock. And the moment I'm doing it in a French press, and it needs to be the Lavazza Black packet. And oh my goodness, it's so good. Nice and strong, spoon of collagen powder, and a little drop of milk. Unbelievable. But most of the time I will drink different teas, often English breakfast, but also herbal teas. I'm especially liking, there's like a chamomile and like lavender and lemon balm, I think it is. It's the clipper teas that I like because they don't have any plastic in them at all, and we don't need those microplastics in our brain. That's probably not going to help with the writing process. Question number 3, favorite book of all time? Probably Little Women. I just absolutely love that story. I love Jo. I love all the sisters. There's the comedy, there's the tragedy in it, and it's just wonderful. I could read it again and again. I don't know why the birds are arguing. I think someone has done something to annoy somebody else. I suspect someone didn't bring his mate enough worms quickly enough, and she's got something to say about it. We'll see how long they carry on arguing for. And question number 4, NaNoWriMo, yes or no? I have done NaNoWriMo. I did it for 3 years and produced 3 books, and it worked absolutely fantastically for me. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, I should explain. It's National Novel Writing Month. So during November, the idea is that you write a 50,000 word first draft of a book, just in those 30 days. It really isn't easy, but it's worked for me. It is quite intense though, and there have been some issues with NaNoWriMo, the kind of company, and the website that they ran. I didn't do it last year, although I did do my own kind of challenge where I was writing a 60,000 word first draft over 2 months, which was much more manageable. I'm writing a first draft at the moment, but I'm taking it much more chilled because I've got a lot of other work that I'm doing at the moment as well, so I don't have a daily word count or anything like that. So I'm not saying I'd never do it again, but it's a lot. It is. It's fun, but it's a lot, and I may have got to the point where I'm kind of done with that kind of challenge, to be honest. Question number 5, genre you would write if you had no restrictions. So when I started writing romance, I just decided to try to write a romance as like an exercise, if you like, to see if I could do it. So that kind of was writing with no restrictions. I chose what I wanted to write. Naturally, I write romance, generally contemporary, but I've also written Regency as well. So I kind of feel I already do that. That's just the genre that I'm drawn to. It's what my mind goes to when I'm coming up with story ideas. So I don't think that I would change that, to be honest. Sorry. Question number 6. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Easy, I'd stop time. So yeah, I would just be able to, I can't click my fingers, so I couldn't do it with clicking my fingers, but some other way I would just stop time for as long as I wanted. So I could stay in bed for as long as I wanted, or I could write for as long as I want. And because time would be stopped, like there wouldn't be internet, so I wouldn't get distracted by that or anything when I was writing. It would just be writing time, but then I could just start time up again and still have time to do everything else that isn't writing related. So I think that that would be a very good one. Question number 7, favorite author. I've got quite a lot of favorite authors, really. I really, really like Jane Austen. I like Charlotte Bronte. I like Louisa May Alcott, Laura Ingalls Wilder, who I'm actually named after. My real name isn't Emma. And yeah, so most of them like quite old-fashioned, I guess, in that way. But I'm quite an old-fashioned girly. More kind of modern stuff. I really like Sophie Kinsellor's books, and it is incredibly sad that she is no longer with us. Yeah, and I really do like an array of different genres. I read a lot of different types of books, but if we're talking about my actual favorite author, probably Jane Austen, just because I could read her books again and again and again. They're just so clever and so funny. 8, what kind of music do you listen to when you write? I don't always listen to music when I write because I do often like quiet. But if I do, it tends to need to be without words, unless, see, I'm so difficult. Okay, so if I'm really struggling to write a scene, sometimes stuff with words actually helps because I will inevitably kind of sing along. It relaxes me. I'm not so bogged down in what I'm trying to write, and I can kind of just get it out and then tidy it up afterwards. If I'm not having any problems with writing, I just fancy some background music. It will usually be music from ballet Sleeping Beauty, Tchaikovsky's Sleeping Beauty in particular. Is one of my favorites to have on the Nutcracker around Christmas. Yeah, so just like nice kind of instrumental music like that I can kind of hum along to, but it doesn't distract me too much from my actual writing. And the penultimate question, isn't penultimate a fantastic word? Number 9, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Probably Italy, mainly for the food, although I suspect I would be round within about a month of living there because I would have absolutely no self-control whatsoever. At the moment, my dream is just somewhere a little bit warmer than the UK because I need warmth now. I'm absolutely fed up of being cold all the time, and I just want to be able to like wear a t-shirt, honestly, and not be freezing. So yeah, somewhere a little bit warmer. Although I'll complain as soon as it gets over about 24 degrees Celsius, I start complaining. So there's no pleasing me, actually. And the last question, what do you do when you get writer's block? I remember that I have bills to pay. And writer's block does not do that. So I give myself a stern talking to. I remind myself that I can write and that I need to write because I'm on a deadline. And yeah, magically, that seems to solve it for me anyway. Well, thank you so much for listening to my ramblings. I hope that they were vaguely amusing or interesting, and you did get the answer to the coffee or tea question, which I'm sure that you have all been wondering about. Please consider yourself tagged if you're watching this video. I would love to see more people doing this tag because I think it's a really fun one. And check out that playlist that I will be putting together. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure that you boop the like button and subscribe if you're not already, because we have a lot of fun on this channel, and I will catch you in the next one.